All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming this morning with another message. And this message is titled, People Are Marveling, Fascinated, and Addicted to Evil. And it seems like this is what is all over the media from the four corners. Do you see this heavy addiction called evil, darkness, wicked at its highest, evil at its highest? But it seems as if this is what people marvel off of. This is what really turns people on. This is what get people really in tune with these platforms to the where you see people with their little podcasts, people with their own channel being, how would I say it, just being booming because they're telling things and they speaking on things that people marvel after. People are fascinated with. People are addicted to having these sort of situations in their lifestyle, in their mind, in their heart, in their feeling. This is what people want. And they're giving it to them. They're giving them a full deal meal because people are marveling. People are fascinated. And they are heavily addicted and they have no idea that they're to evil. Because this type of evil needs to be seen daily. They need to see this. They need to hear this. They need to know about this. And then I realized it was on every platform, from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram to Patriot to YouTube to Rumble, and really on TikTok. People love violence. They love murdering. They love seeing killing, especially a gruesome. They love death. They love sexual crimes. They get a kick out of it, you guys. So when you go now to any of these platforms, this is what is covered. This is the sort of sickness. No, it's just not just sickness. It's sickness, the reality of what is taking place in this world today. But this is what people are addicted to. People marvel off of. People are fascinated. Even when you turn on Twitter, everybody wants some chaos, evil at its highest. They don't want it if it's just basic, or if it's just something that, like, if you had a situation where someone ran up and grabbed somebody's bag of McDonald's. They don't want it like that. They want something that someone ran up, shot a person in the head, shot their baby in the head, and then take the McDonald's. This is the sort of stuff that the world is entertaining, especially here in the United States of America. This is the sort of stuff is being entertained. Why? Because people are marveling off of stuff like this. People are addicted to it. People are fascinated with it, especially sex crime. You see it all over YouTube. You see it all over TikTok. You see it all over Facebook. No one sees anything wrong with the idea that these platforms is identical to what I told you they were. The first year I was on here, I called it a devil platform. Is it a devil platform today? Yes, it still is and was and shall always be a devil platform. And you notice that even TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, nobody is moved by the level of evil. No one is doing anything or saying anything about how harsh murdering, crimes, sexual crimes, deaths are taking place. Why? Because they marvel off of it. There are people who marvel off of it because it ain't them. It ain't me and my family. It ain't me. I like seeing it. I like seeing all this. So you get all these people now then started their YouTube. They didn't start the YouTube, but many of are opening up their YouTube page into the same thing that I'm speaking of. Speaking of all the level of wicked, to where you ain't got nobody on here talking about anything that's not wicked. So even then, when you see Sister Deborah Page, I am grateful that the Father has molded and shaped me before the foundation of the world, and where I'm at is where He wants me to be, and not so much as in what the world is really setting up for the world. And do Sister Deborah understand? They're marveling off of it. They're fascinated with it, and they're addicted to it. That's because they are in the dark, and they're in the dark to live and die. That's why they're so fascinated. That's why they're so addicted to it, and they marvel off of it. It's like, oh, let me see. A lot of y'all think they getting on YouTube for positive stuff. You think they getting on TikTok for positive stuff. You think they getting on these Instagram and Patriots and Rumble for positive stuff. No, they looking for the highest evil on top of the evil on top of the evil. That's what people are marveling off of. That's what people are fascinated with. That's what people are yearning and addicted. They are addicted. You know how people can be addicted to porno? When that is identical to what is going on in the world today, and nobody is going to get on here and teach it and preach it. You know why? Because darkness wants darkness. They don't want you to say nothing about their addiction. They don't want you to say nothing about how they marvel it or how they are fascinated. Because when you finish saying something about it, guess what? It's still in them to be addicted, marvel off of it, and fascinated with it. It's so rooted in them to the heavens ain't gonna take it out. This is another part of it is finished. You seeing the finished work. That's really what you're seeing. You're seeing the finished work of this world in the people they're in. You seeing the finished work. What do you mean, Deborah? You seeing the mindset right here and now. The mindset is fascinated with all this chaos that's going on. They marvel off of it. They yearn for it. They are addicted to it. They get up in the morning, lay down at night, looking for this type of chaos at its highest, this type of wicked and evil at its highest. See, I told you, Satan has deceived the whole world. It's over. Satan then did what he's supposed to do. He has deceived the whole world, and the world has showed up and showed out who they represent. It's over. Now it's time for the rumbling. And that's what we're in. And then we're going to see the power. It's going to sum this thing up and land this thing down. Today, when I was getting prepared to do my live, what I did last night was something strange. I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to just do it over and over. I ground up turmeric, fresh turmeric. I ground up fresh ginger. I ground up fresh garlic. And I got it sitting out waiting for it to dry. I ground it up real good. I'm waiting for it, all three of them to dry. Once they dry, I'm going to blend them into powders. Okay. Then I'm going to put them in little capsules. So last night I decided, since I was going to bed a little earlier, which was 11:30, I think it was, I'm going to put the garlic into a capsule. And I did. And I took it. Guess what, you all? I woke up at 10 this morning. I was supposed to be live at 9. I woke up at 10 this morning. So whatever that garlic did, it gave me a relaxation to lay down for 10 long hours, relaxed. You see? That's what that garlic capsule did. 100% garlic. I ground it up. And this is what I'm going to do. And I'm working on, I got a lot of stuff ground up and put into capsules. But this is another thing I'm going to do. Those three I'm going to, because this is what I'm saying. Same thing that's on all these platforms. They telling people all lies. This is good for you. 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 With me, I would go into the herbs and the things that comes from the ground. I would buy it, grind it up, then dry it out, let it dry out, and then powder it, and then put them into capsules. Do I take them straight out? No, I don't. But when I feel that I want to, I will. That's what made me take one of the garlic capsules. And I woke up this morning. I said, wait a minute, it's 10 o'clock. What happened? And I realized you took that garlic capsule. You see? And this is fresh garlic, not chemical and powdered from someone else. But this is what I did. But this is the sort of stuff that they won't tell y'all. They'll tell you to buy from Amazon, buy from here, to buy from there, but they'll never show you and tell you how to do it and how to do it right. You see? And it's always something in it that they don't want you to know. I don't know why people do that, but they do. But back to this here topic. The topic is that people are marveling and fascinated and addicted to all dark evil at its highest. And do you all know people are not even aware that they are addicted to it? They just think, hey, I'm watching YouTube, I'm watching Facebook, I'm looking at Twitter, I'm looking at TikTok, I'm watching Instagram, all these things. I'm just on here just doing what normal. No, you ain't, baby. You are addicted to it. It's gotten so bad to where I make sure I bypass it, because it's just, especially Judah. It is so much stuff identifying Judah to the highest degree, and Judah still can't see themselves. And it's not just Judah, but Judah, let me tell you, I don't even have to say a word about Judah. Judah is clearly seen. Their action, what they're doing, how they're doing things, is clearly seen in this day. And when we turn around and we deny that we as a people have some heavy darkness on every side, we ain't seen nothing yet, because it's not going to stop. And people ain't going to stop being addicted to it. They are addicted to it. They are fascinated by it, and they marvel off of it. Now it's getting to the point where they are hunting down and killing. I mean, y'all, praise the Most High, Yah. Because actually, if I, Sister Deborah, a prophetess in the wilderness, can see this, that's danger, y'all. That is danger at its highest. It is danger on the four corners. If I can see this and come to this platform and tell you, people are marveling off of these stuff. People are fascinated with this stuff. People are addicted to seeing this stuff, wanting to know it, wanting to behold it, wanting to hear it. That's what they're so fascinated. They want to hear it. They desire to hear it. They marvel off of it. They like the whole ideal of it. They like to hear it. They like to see it. They like to be in the midst of it. This is what you call evil at its highest. It's what people are, and then the platforms makes it even worse because they bring it to your table and you sit down, sleep with it, wake up with it, eat with it, lay down with it, start your morning with it, and don't see nothing wrong with it. And the only reason why you don't see nothing wrong with it is because you are addicted to it. You are fascinated with it. And you marvel regarding it. Because it's who you are from the inner man of who you are. That's why. That's why. Somebody like me, it should hurt and ache and see it to be what it is, the highest level of darkness that's on the earth. And guess what? The highest level of evil and darkness on the earth is what the people are marveling off of. People are addicted to. People are fascinated with hearing it and seeing it to the point where there's no limitation. Everybody is getting involved in it. Everybody is dedicating themselves to it to make sure they hear it. They can sit up and they can drive with listening to it. No matter where they go, they hearing it. They want to hear it. They're fascinated with hearing it. They marvel off of it. They are addicted to hearing, murdering, killing at its highest, sexual crimes at its highest, death at its highest, to the point where people are numb. They are numb to it, y'all. It does not faze or it does not interfere with them because they want to see it. They want in it by adding it to their lifestyle of fantasy, their lifestyle of addiction, marveling, fantasizing, fascinated. And they okay with it. And you know what? It's okay. That's the thing about it. But what makes it different for me is I see this level of evil and darkness being what people want to hear, people want to see, people want to embrace, and people are fully addicted to. When they go to all these platforms, this is what they want to hear about. Sexual crimes, murdering at its highest, death at its highest. They want to hear about crime at its highest. They want to hear about people being tormented. They want to hear about how people are being murdered, how people are being having sexual crimes applied to them. Then they want to see how they murder. That's why these platforms, they want to stop somebody like me from talking. They let all of these demonic platforms put all this high level evil darkness to the point where a man raped his 5-year-old daughter. Oh, and he cut her legs off. Oh, he cut her ears off. This is the sort of stuff people are fascinated with. This is what they're addicted to. Now, would they stop them from putting that on the platform? No. See, darkness, it's its time. Evil, it's its time. And that's why the time, not time, but the day, it's its day. But that's why the day that we're in is like no other, because it's darkness and evil day. And for you to stand your tail on the outside and fully deny it, that because you too are locked in the darkness, You are addicted to the darkness and evil. You fascinated with the darkness and evil, and you marvel off the darkness and evil. That's why it doesn't fade you. It's not a thing. Oh, it ain't me. I don't care. It's somebody else. Don't this is somebody else. That's a heart that also falls under the category of evil and darkness. Because when one sees it, it's fine. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with it. I don't know what nobody complaining about. So what? This is a free country. Oh, you can watch what you want. You can do. It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. But it shows you what you come down here to do. You come down here for the representative of the dark or the light. For sure, the dark. So this is why you see all this stuff on these platforms and they won't bother them. But why would they bother someone like me that has the least, the less of the less of the less of the subscriber, the less of the less of the less of the like, the less of 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 the views? But why would they bother me? This is what the Father want me to really behold. How you know you in the narrow gate. You know you there. Because the broad gate is what you see everybody going. Where you see everybody going. Where everybody want to hear. Everybody want to see. Everybody want to voice something regarding. They love that dark side where they can get what they need for their desires to be more, the desires to marvel off of stuff, to be things being fascinated by it. And they are fully addicted, not even knowing. See, they can be addicted, not even knowing. If they are addicted, that means their spirit is addicted. You see, a lot of people don't know that. The dark ways in which you go in tells the story of who your spirit is. And that's why I say that it's over, it's finished the way that the Spirit tells me. And from the level of the wilderness, I know that it is. That's why I talk freely about the things that I talk about, because I know that it's over. But it's no reason for me to even be on this earth if I'm not expounding on what Spirit is giving me to see and giving me the understanding in the Spirit of what it is, whether it's in the natural or whether it's in the spirit. You see? So it's real as real can be. And I'm sitting here realizing all these people that open up their page, new YouTubers all over the world, new TikToks, new Facebookers, not just the new ones, y'all. Even the old ones have flipped their pages over to chaos. Everybody talking about the crime. Everybody talking about the sexual crime, sex trafficking of children, sex trafficking of body organs. Do y'all know what it would take to take people organs? But they make it a big thing on this devil platform because there's a big amount of people fascinated with it, marvels off of it, addicted to hearing it, addicted to knowing it, addicted to wanting to hear and know it. That's how bad it is. But then they turn around and the whole page is now focused on crime, sexual traffic, death, murdering, sexual crime at its highest. Now, if I'm speaking of these things and it's at its highest, you got to know whose highest is this prophet speaking of. The kingdom. The kingdom. Let me give you a little something. I have heard that heavens had heard the cries of Israel under the captivity of Pharaoh. Heaven heard something. When you think of Cain and Abel, heavens saw something. Heavens heard the cry of Abel, blood. Heavens heard something. So if you all stand your tails around here and call yourself something in the light when you know you 100% dark? Because these are the same things that fascinate you, that you be up all night on YouTube or Twitter, TikTok, all these things is talking about all this that's going on, and you're marveling off of it. You're addicted to it. You're fascinated with it. Your whole brain function wants to hear about it, wants to know about it. And guess what, y'all? It has reached the highest level possible. Because to me, for you to turn around and chop your mother up and put her on a grill, how can you get any higher than that? Oh, you can. What I'm trying to show y'all. This is what is being entertained on these platforms. But then you look at me in the beginning. I used to call it the devil's platform, and even to this very day, it still yet is the devil's platform. I don't have no problem telling the truth of the whole matter, but now I want you to see that it's at the highest level of evil, and your heart is so content with entertaining it because your spirit is dark. And that's what's going to mess people up. Their spirit is going to be dark, and they're going to be trying to role play things in the light of their flesh. That's what's going to get people. That's really what's going to get people. They're going to role play it on the earth in their flesh, but the darkness is resting right in their spirit, because 99.9 think that they rule things from their flesh level. Because the reason why they want to believe they rule it from their flesh level, because they feel they control their flesh. But they have no idea, baby. No matter which way your flesh go, in the eyes of your natural, in the mind of your natural, in the heart of your natural, guess what? It's showing you the way that your spirit is predestined. So you can role play it on the outside. It's where your spirit is predestined. Because we know where the outside goes, to the ground. So who is this role playing in my flesh? My spirit. And my flesh is playing it for all it's worth. It's mimicking how to role play. It's mimicking it from somewhere. It thinks that I can portray it on the outside. Forget about the inside. And that's what the whole world is. So when I see these crimes, these deaths, these sexual crimes, and all these murders, I'm looking at it. Do these people really get it? No, they don't. Because they don't understand these things end life for others. And who mind can really handle this woman standing here, and she was dead 2 hours later. She died 2 hours later. She's at her wedding dress with her husband. 2 hours later, at her honeymoon, she shot 15 times. And her ring is cut off. Her ring finger is cut off, and the ring is missing. You see? If you don't see the high level of wicked and evil that's being shown to people, that's being entertainment to control the mind of people, to be fascinated with all these overdone evil. And people now are fascinated with it. So now they're not only are they fascinated, they are marvel off of it. And guess what? They are addicted to it to the point what? It's numb. That's why Sister Deborah's sitting here saying people are numb. That's why. They are numb to the fact that they're showing all of these murderings and showing you how it played out. Talking to the people. They are talking to people who have lived in time and things that had happened to them that was always hidden. They're talking to drug addictors, women that were strippers. They're talking to women that been selling their bodies. children that's telling the story of how their family raped them. All of them got podcasts. All of them got a channel. Viewing these people and all this type of stuff going on. Is it real? 100%. But it's for the world, y'all. It's showing the world, look what we about. We, look, y'all, look. We, to where everybody is now numb. It become the norm. It become that which does not affect you. It does not move you. It does not bring sadness. It does not bring anything to you but, oh, where's the next one? Let me look and see what's the next one. The level I sit, and y'all, I don't come to bring it to you. I go straight to the Father. And I begin to speak to him like a child, wanting to know, wait a minute, Father, the level of these things that's taking place on this earth is at a level that everything that's evil is in the eyes of many as good. It's like numb to the people. And this is why a country would allow a small group to rule them to the point of destroying them from the inside out. Because that's what they're doing. And the people are so embedded in evil at its highest, they can't see that a one man, and he's one of the dumbest billionaires. He's not smart. They took one of the dumbest one, put him there, and even he are doing things to the country itself, which is the people, and the people sitting here, oh, we. I sat back and remember him talking about canceling out the IRS. All these things, him and what's his name? Elon. Oh, we're going to shut down this. We're going to stop them from doing this. We're going to cancel out the IRS. All that was about, guess what they did? They put it in, I guess it's called a beautiful bill or whatever. They've got it now that they gave more than billions and billions to the IRS so that they can have a system to come after you. Now they're going to be able to go back, pull up everything, and get you right where you at. They got it, y'all. And as I sit back and look at all the wicked ones that does taxes, I'm sitting here watching these people. They got them a podcast. They got them a channel. And they teaching you how to do it the way the system wants you to do it. They not teaching you that this is wrong. They shouldn't be able to do this. They teaching you how, if you have Medicare and Medicare A and Medicare B, your house is going to be owned by the government. I don't have no problem with that. Because since people sold themselves out to greed anyway, this is the outcome. You see, you think your T's was crossed and your I's was dotted, but everything you own is going to go back to somebody else. When you thinking it's going to somebody you had a beneficiary to, or you willed it. No, baby. I spoke about 3 or 4 lessons on this. Because when I was out and I was going to a state, running up on European people who was just trying to get everything out the house because they had a set time to sell the house because they had to give their parents' house to the government. They had to give a portion of it to the government. Why? Because their mother was on and their father was on Medicare A and B. See, y'all didn't even know. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. You think you're smarter than smart. when you think you all that and some cause you got something. But the tail is going to flip and the head is going to flip and you're going to see how much order you have. That's what the end days is about. The end days is about you being tried by the fire to determine who you are in front of your face. You can deny who you are all you want, but the end days is coming to tell the truth of the whole matter. Because all y'all have to do is strip out. All y'all have to do is right today, take everything from everybody. It'll show you who worship the light and who worship the darkness. That's all he needs to do. Take everything that he has allowed everybody to have, even the billionaires. He makes a man rich, and he knows the one that he made poor. So if he just take it from the both, who gonna stand? The poor already poor. They've been living poor. It's the rich that's gonna come after you, killing and stealing and doing everything. I mean, losing, having mental issues and breaking down. Why? Because they couldn't stand to be the tail. Because they have always been the head. And the head does not mean rich. It means the mindset of people who have always had it their way, who have always had and never realized who gave it to them. Because they were so busy saying, mine's, it's mine. I earned this, I got this. Even the slave owners did the same thing. They had all them slaves and felt that everything they had was theirs after all the people worked and didn't get nothing for it. But it's theirs. You see the wickedness in it? People don't understand what you got. If you don't give Yah the glory in the honor, in the way of showing it's nothing to you, even though he got it, it ain't gonna be my God. I'm not gonna serve it like it's a master father. But no, it's too late. It's in their spirit who they are. And that's another thing with this message. When I say people are marveling off of and addicted and fascinated with this dark and this evil, it's in them, y'all. It's not a level that you're going to be able to change out of you. And that's the same way greed is. It's the same way pride is. It's the same way self-centered is. It's in your spirit. It's not going anywhere. No matter what you say to your flesh that you don't have, it's in your spirit. It's the action of how you have lived all your living and have not been able to identify it. We're in that day that what you are is going to be what you is. What you are is going to be what you is. And this message is about people are marveling off of darkness, evil, wicked. They're marveling off the ideal of who they are. They're proud about it. They're proud to see on these here platforms, all of them. It does something to them to see all these crimes, to see all these sexual crimes being done to women and children, little boys. I sit back and I think about how all over there in Middle East, sitting here trying to fight to continue to rape little bitty boys and marry little girls. They over there fighting in the court system. Islam wants to continue to have as many females and many little boys sexual as they possibly can. And then the world sitting around here praising them. Talking about a war over in Iran and a war in Iraq and a war over in Israel and a war over in Russia and a war over in China. Do you all know, if you could see what the Father could reveal to you? But you know why he won't reveal it to you? Because your neck in your head is all up in the air. Because you see these things and you make it not existence, but yet you play in it. You get in it. You watch it. You entertain it. You pay a lot of attention to it because you are addicted to hearing all that crap. You fascinated with it. You marvel off of it. You really think that it's okay. No, ain't nobody gonna talk about it because they don't have the ruach in them to talk about anything. I realized that when I say ain't nobody talk about it, nobody mention it, nobody saying it. He said, Deborah, I ain't in there. I'm not in them. I used to hear a story a long time ago when I was a little girl. It was about this wealthy woman that her husband had passed away from a sickness, and they had been married for years, and they did not even have any children. And he passed away, and this woman was a widow, and she was so alone. Then she began to seek the creator, the God. She wanted him to pay her a visit. She wanted to really get to know the God that she did not get to know. And that's why I tell you, having things make you feel you don't need to know him, like Sister Deborah Noah. You don't need to know, you don't need to be in the same space. Because the mammon cause one to think that that's their God. That's all they need. That's all I can turn to. That's all I can trust with. I can lay down with it. I can wake up with it. I need this. I don't need this. It's a spirit, yeah. It's not a flesh. The flesh is playing out the spirit. Mhm. Like Cain came down to play out the flesh, came down as darkness. That's what people, and Abel came down as the light. See, this is what people didn't know. Cain came down. Adam and Eve, they came down to play either light or darkness. They came down to bring darkness. That's why they didn't waste their time with the tree of life. In those, in any other direction that was right there, they went straight where they needed to go. Why? Because it was already in them. And this is what I think is one of the biggest and awesome mystery, is because people don't give a rat's behind their destiny for their spirit. Did y'all know that? People don't care about their destiny for their spirit. They say, as long as I got what I need, my T's across my I's, I got everything, and I rule, because they thinking that their flesh is the end game. They have no idea why you running your ugly mouth in the flesh. It is really who you are in the spirit. Mm-hmm. They have no idea. See, when that ball was dropped, it dropped everything. It didn't drop something, it dropped everything. And the Father didn't let him pick it up. He did not, just like he didn't let them go into revelation until it was time. People would run from revelation. Nobody would teach revelation. You see, Yah still rules from the kingdom, even though he rules from the bottom to the top, to the left, to the right, to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west. He rules it all. And the only way you know he rules it is when he know you, because he ruled in you. So while you ruling your outer man, thinking your outer man rules something, use the fool. Use the fool. So what he's saying here, what I'm saying here, the same situation, marveling on the outside, fascinated on the outside, addicted on the outside. And people who are like that will see all this stuff going on in the world and just be, oh, I'm going to see what's happening on this one here. Let me see this one. Oh, this is happening. Oh, everything is going on. Place them in the mindset that they are angels. They're good people. They're the righteous. But yet they see, they hear, they are fascinated with the struggles of others. They're fascinated with others getting murdered. They're fascinated with sexual crimes because they can look at it and be numb to it. See, they think that they play no role in it. Oh, yes, you do, baby. I'm learning that the level of darkness is evil is at its highest. And I'm like saying, but Father, how can I hear about this stuff and it get any worse than it is? He said, it's not going to get any worse to you because you own that thing. You calling it out for what it is, Deborah. You telling it like it is. You showing up that darkness with my light. You ain't going to get nobody who going to do that. You ain't going to see nobody who going to do that. You ain't going to hear nobody going to do that because I have to do that in them. And if I'm not in them that great, then they are doing what they're doing without me. So I'm like saying, to be in the light, it is impossible for you to not in, go say something about the darkness. How dare Sister Deborah be in the light, walk in this light, wake up in the light, lay down in the light, but don't speak of none of the darkness that's have overshadowed the light. Is it going it'll never be able to defeat the light, in case y'all didn't know that. I know you don't know nothing about it, but it ain't got the power to overpower the light. But I'm just still showing you how Yah is not worried about putting all light down here. Yah is the only one can do that. He ain't worried about putting all light down here. For what? They dropped the ball way back then. So why should I give them all light today? He ain't worried about it because he already know in the kingdom, light and darkness was already hand to the spirit of each and every last one of us, who we are. But he wants us to walk in it, child. I keep hearing walk in it. Walk in it. What do you think that means? Let that spirit soul shine as it walk in this evil world. And I, Sister Deborah, come to bring you this message, is that I see this darkness being something people are marveling. I see this darkness so detached with the evil at its highest, but people are addicted to it. They are fascinated with it, to where when you go on YouTube all the way down the thing, that's all you see is darkness. You see people who making videos that just become homeless less than a day or two, and now they're homeless, living out their car. And they're on there talking about all kind of things instead of trying to talk about something that leads to the only one that can bring you out. Oh no, that's how heavy the darkness is. They are so in tune with thinking that YouTube, Instagram, and all of these platforms is going to bring them finances. You see how messed up that is? And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something before I get off of here. They so embedded in it that they said, okay, I'm homeless. I got a car. I'm sleeping in the car. Maybe be a YouTuber. You don't make money on YouTube, y'all. You don't make money on YouTube unless you have sold your spirit out to darkness. That's how you make it. What do you mean, Debbie? You on here talking about stuff that has nothing to do with the light. That's how you make it. You get on here and talk about darkness, all of these platforms, and I ain't saying some of them, 99.9, so you can leave that 1% to wherever you want them. They're talking about trash. This is why they're making something out of it. But even that too shall cease. And it's ceasing for many of them. But they done sold themselves out to where they can't reverse and go back the other way. Because Yah is looking at, you took 40 years to lead 500,000 people in the wrong way. See? You see what I'm saying? You took, 20 years to lead 500,000 people in the world, in darkness, away from me to the broad gate. There's people who got 2 and 3 million because they did what the world wanted them to do with their family and their lifestyle on YouTube. And they did things to me was gross that showed they had no integrity, no morals, no standards about themselves. Someone else was leading them and telling them how they have to conduct themselves on a nationwide YouTube. And they went and they did it, and they still selling themselves out as long as they constantly making money. And are they making money? Yes, they are. But they don't understand it's at the expense of selling yourself out. And a lot of people don't have no idea of that. So when I see people are marveling and fascinated and addicted. I'm seeing all these Judah men. I'm seeing all these European men, European women, and Judah women as well. All of them out here selling themselves to darkness just to get views, likes, and subscribers. In such a time, not time, in such a day as this, they have given up any and everything that would lead people to the light, and they led them to the darkness. They showing them any and everything outside of some light in their living. Everybody, even Sister Deborah, would desire to should desire light over darkness. But it shows up and shows out in each individual who you represent in your spirit man. So I believe that we can say in our flesh, which is in our the part that's our worstest enemy, and the reason why it's our worstest enemy, it would tell you, you good, you saved, you have the Ruach HaKodesh, you are the light, you are the righteous one, you're the chosen one, you're the vessel. Your own flesh would tell you that year after year after year after year after year after year after, without you having nothing in your spirit heart that matches what your that you are. You see, if your flesh sitting here telling you that, that's why it's your worstest enemy. It's an enemy to you yourself, because it wants to tell you what you want to think, what you want to feel, how you want to walk, how you want to talk, how you want to conduct your pride, how you want to conduct your ego, how you want to be self-centered, and how you want to be green. And then turn around and tell you, but you holy, you saved, you full of the Holy Spirit, you got the Ruach HaKodesh, you the individual of the Most High God. He chosen you. You so special. But your flesh is really identifying your real self, which is what's in your spirit. This is the reason why people are addicted. They are addicted to darkness. They are addicted to evil. And I understand how they got like that. First, to understand they came down here like that. The second part is as long as they feel they got everything going on, everybody else is not leveled. Because I got it going on. I don't need nothing. I don't need nobody. I don't need nothing. That's people who think that it's their flesh. They got it going on. And they don't understand. Your flesh is conducting the way that your spirit is leading it. So if your flesh that ugly to believe that, then that shows you how ugly your spirit is. And in that spirit, it would marvel. It would be fascinated. It would be addicted to evil thoughts, dark thoughts, walking in darkness, talking in darkness, and conducting the ways of your flesh, because it is darkness. You see? So this is why I'm sitting here and I'm thinking last night about how much stuff is going on. And guess what, y'all? It's so bad to where the spirit has dealt with me. Don't look at it. Don't entertain it. Don't watch it. Don't even talk about it, as far as getting on there, hearing all about it, and then come back and talking about it. It's because it's swimming. It's winning the whole world. Everybody is fascinated with it. Everybody is marveling off of it, Deborah. Everybody is addicted. So while you thinking you telling it and you revealing it to show how evil it is, they're enjoying it. And it's nothing you're going to say that's going to stop what is actually taking place. This is the level of where I have already informed minds that's in the light. This is the day that's worse than any time that ever hit the face of the earth. Now, who do you think can say that? You think your president? I know you, your mama, your daddy, your grandparents. Who can actually say that outside of the Most High God? Yeshua can't even see it. But Yah himself. And he has said it. And how you know he's speaking is when he's letting you see the level of darkness on this earth. And they're calling the darkness light. That's how numb the people are. They're taking what is going on in this world and making it the light, to where you get so numb to it, to where it become right in you 100%. That means evil become right in you 100%, to where when somebody confronts you, you don't see no evil in your doing, your acting, the way you conduct yourself, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you move about. You don't see no evil in it. You don't see no darkness. Why? Because you switch light for darkness and darkness for light, and then you in this living thinking you walking in light. And all your actions of who you are does not reveal anything about no light. But yet you said, I'm in the light. That's that flesh that's your greatest enemy. Keep telling you that. That's why that ego is higher. That pride is higher. Because your flesh keep telling you. And I sit back and I said, but what will possess them to put this level of stuff on here? He said to me, you remember when you used to call it the devil platform? It is what it is. It's the heaviest level of evil and wicked at its highest. And no one can see it because they think it's a place of entertainment. They think it's a place of enjoyment. They would rather hear and marvel and be fascinated and addicted to the crime, Deborah. They'd rather see all these people call themselves pastor being pedophiles. They'd rather hear about all the deaths that's going on, all the sexual crimes, all the murdering. They would rather hear all that than to hear any pen, needle, or light coming across these platforms. And this is why I say, don't think you can bring that ball dropped into this day and time. You can't bring it even on the platform itself, because darkness has overtaken that day. That's what makes the day worse than any other, y'all. See how dumb people can be? If it is said and prophesied that we're going to be in a day like no other day ever exist on the face of the earth, then what? Pull up. Come on, pull up. Pull up and pull out. What that mean? And if there's no meaning behind it, then there's all you see is darkness and lies. There's a meaning behind it being the worstest as ever. And all the meaning is looking you straight in your face. You sitting here entertaining it. You sitting here marveling off of it. You sitting here fascinated and addicted to it. It's become norm in you to see all this here stuff that Judah and all these Europeans are doing that's wicked and evil. It become normal. It's okay. They've been doing it. Or it's going on real bad. It's normal. That's because you're doomed to hell, where the lake of fire is waiting for you, because you have taken your whole living and began to live a way that's not pleasing to Yah, and you have walked in it. See, a lot of people didn't understand when he said, and walk in it. See, they don't know about that. I'm glad they don't, because the way they communicate has not matched that walk. See, they didn't know that the mystery rests in that walk. When he said walk in it, they didn't know that you're supposed to have when he say if you have the Ruach HaKodesh, you're supposed to walk in that. If you have the light, walk in that bad boy. You see, if you are the servant of the Most High Yah, walk in it. You see how sick the people are? To where they right has been wrong and wrong has been right. They didn't know walking in it meaning walking in it. Mean your ways on the inside is matching your ways on the outside. Y'all go on and walk this time. But when you have people thinking the power of who they are is on the outside, the place in which he has told them over and over, your worst enemy reside is in your flesh. It's your flesh, your flesh, but your flesh. It's the worstest enemy because it's your spirit is giving your flesh these ideas of allowing it to walk in the way of its flesh. But see, here where he's saying you walk, if you have the Ruach, walk in it. He talking about in the spiritual walk. You are to walk in there, in it. But see, they didn't know that. See, that's where you know who. See, when you tell people that you know who they are based on their action, they have no idea of that because they don't understand their action really tells out of who they are. And see, the mystery is they have lived wrong and called it right to where they never were able to comprehend the fact that your walk is going to match your spirit and your spirit is going to match your walk. And if you are walking in the spirit, then that should tell you. If you're walking in the light, then that should tell you. You see? But when your flesh, your greatest enemy, got your mind blown up, that's you walking in your flesh. And that's where your spirit come down to do, to walk in the order of your flesh, and your flesh walk in the order that your spirit was sent down here. And this is why people can't battle. They can't get over it. So they win on the side of the flesh, which is the darkness. It ain't that they win. Yeah, they do win because they go on and live that way. They go on and walk in that. You see? Because that's what they come down here for. So when you think of marveling, this is why they marvel off of certain things that they see on YouTube. That's wicked and evil and darkness. They marvel, they fascinated with darkness and wicked on YouTube. They fascinated and marvel off of, not addicted to the things that they see on YouTube. Not seeing it to be evil and wrong. Wicked. They don't, or in darkness. They don't see it. They see it, oh, it ain't me. That's them. They doing that, so what? See, because they make it something that somebody else is doing while they watching, listening, and entertaining the wicked and evil that they're doing. And then it become numb to them. That, oh, that's them. That ain't me. That's them. That's that. But no, you're entertaining. It's just like Adam and Eve. Even though Yah set these things there, they walk straight in where they belong. With no questions, no double doubting, no doubt. They went straight in. Well, that's how you are. If you come down here already, the darkness, that's what you're walking in today. That's why I say it's really going to hurt people in the long run. When he really get to their door to try them by the fire. Because then they're going to think the world is doing them wrong. Then they're going to come running for you. They're going to be coming running, looking for the light, and they ain't going to find it. They're going to be wanting to talk to someone, and they ain't going to have nobody to talk to. Go to the dark ones you've been talking to that have assured you that you were somebody that you wasn't. Go back to them. Because that's what they're going to be looking for. A place of comfort when they thought that they could live the lie that they were the light, and they weren't. Because they never knew that the mystery was also you had to walk in it. That means your actions has to match the light. Not it. The actions don't match your flesh. It matches the light in which you're supposed to walk in. But you chose to marvel off the dark things. You chose to be fascinated with wicked and evil and darkness. You chose to be addicted to the things on the left instead of walking in the way of the right. See, I'm going to tell y'all out there, the deep thing about it, I just gave y'all a power punch called walking in the spirit. See, you thought that you're going to escape it because things you don't know. But let me tell you something. He said, Deborah, they know because I put it in them. See, he's saying the truth was in us. Truth was in Adam. That's all you had to. Let's going back to Adam. Truth was in it. Everything was perfect. Was not he? See, y'all been lying. Truth always been present. But is it, did you choose to walk in truth? Did you choose to abide by truth? No. You chose darkness of your flesh because you feel your flesh is truth. You feel your flesh is righteous and upright. Oh, we can marvel off of this. We can be fascinated with all of this. We can be addicted to this. Yeah, you sure can. Because you're already addicted to it. Your spirit is rooted for evil. There is no other way your flesh can be anything different. That's why it walks in the way of your flesh, which is dark. And the mystery again, do your study. When you turn around and say that you have the Ruach HaKodesh, you are the chosen one of the Most High Yah. Walk in that. You have the Ruach HaKodesh, walk in that. You have the light, walk in that. You have spirit and truth, walk in that. If you walk in it, you talk in it, you live in it, you feel in it, and you know you in it. And guess what? It ain't going to be a mindset of your darkness, your pride, your ego, your greed, your selfishness, which you have been well known for quite a long time. You see? So all of this that people are fascinated with and addicted to, it's locked in you. You're walking in it. You're walking in it. And in me, I'm like saying, like, Father, you can. Let me tell you what I'm trying to say, y'all. I cannot go on to YouTube and this is me, because like I told y'all, I am who I am. I am who I am, have created me to be, and that is the I am in him. Now, listen to this. When I am at the point where I want to hear somebody preaching and teaching, am I one that can teach, that can preach the gospel, the power? Am I one that is in the light, speaking spirit and truth, full of the Ruach? Yes. But still in all, I desire to hear the voice of others that are walking in the light, that are preaching and teaching spirit and truth. You ain't gonna find it, because people are caught up in the cares of the world. They want to come in and throw in here and say, I got it, or see, here it is. No. It's no way that I'm going to be this way and everybody else is this way and we going in the same direction. No. I, Sister Deborah, a prophetess in the wilderness, don't see that. And Yah has shown me many things to see. And I'm grateful that he still allowed me to desire to hear individuals talk about him. See, y'all didn't know that, did you? That's my desire. I want people to talk about him. But what people do, they get caught up in their worldly lifestyle. They get caught up in the things on the outside. They get caught up on their T's and their I's dotted in the way of the flesh. And they forget, either you're going to stand in the light or you're going to stand your tail in the darkness. But what you're running up with, people want to ride both and calling it the light. They don't know if they in or if they out. 1 minute they this and they that, they this, they that, they this and that, they this, they that. They don't know which way they want to go, but they want you to believe in them. They want you to see them to be something, and they ain't even seen themselves to be what they supposed to be. They haven't sat still to be unmovable, speaking as an anchor of the Most High God. You over here 1 minute, you over there, you over here, you over here, you all over on YouTube. You're trying to get a seat here, you're trying to get a seat here, you're trying to get to tell this person this and this. You sit your tail down and find out really who you are. Because most of you don't know. You are nobody. And don't know that you are nobody. Because you won't sit down and know that he is the Most High God. You got to place yourself everywhere you feel your flesh keep telling you to take your stupid tail out here to be. I yearn to see hear people talk about the Most High God. That's why I don't bother. I don't entertain it. That's why. Because they're not faithful. They're not an anchor. You know what an anchor is? They're not anchored in him. We in the midnight hour, a time like no other. If you ain't anchored today, you ain't going to be anchored tomorrow. And they don't get it. Because they really in that mode like Israel and Judah. They bothering us. It's that same self-spirit Judah and Israel have. Everybody in the world bothering us. But have you got in the right place with the Father? No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Because in spite of them bothering you here and you there, you'll still be about your Father's business. Not in and out, out and in, up and down, and all these different type of personalities. See, a lot of people got a lot of different personalities in them. And that's what they battle. They battle all these personalities that live in them. And they have no idea what it is. They got a lot of personalities in them, and they trying to defeat these personalities, and they think it's everybody else bothering them. Don't understand it's you. Oh yes, baby, it's you. You're dealing with a lot of personalities. Only one can be could have defeated that is the Father himself. But no, you don't. And you want the time because you want to set his time. You want to set his day instead of getting your tail lined up with him. And let him work from the inside out. No, you want to work from the outside in, trying to tell him. People half-stepping, walk in 1 minute, next thing you don't hear nothing. Go out the next minute. They've been going, what did Satan say he was doing? Going to and fro. That's what I see, y'all. I see that. I see even those that could have and should have and would have, if had they set their tails down and stop trying to conquer other people's platforms and conquer other people's way of what they teaching and what they preaching and conquer your mission. Because there's not a mission in them. That's why. The mission is not in them. Because if it was to the fact that he said, walk in it. No one knew what he meant when he said walk in it. That means if you walk in it, you're going to have to talk in it. If you walk in it, you're going to have to live in it. If you walk in it, it is walking in you. They think they can just walk their flesh around and have power to teach and preach. They have the power to say something, and that's what it's all about. See, that's what the whole end game is, y'all. I know you all, I don't know if you ever heard of all of these PlayStation 5 or Xbox. Everybody, if you see these men playing these games, they be in it, y'all. They be trying to defeat the game. They be trying to master the game so they can go get another game to master it. And it takes a while for them to master it. But let me tell you something, baby. This game here that y'all walking in, it's already been mastered. And if you don't with the master who mastered it, sit your tail down and get somewhere and sit down. Because there's only one master in this game. And if you don't walk with that master, walk your tail somewhere and sit down. Nobody don't buckle up to you. Who are you? Either you're going to walk with the Most High God. Sit your tail down. Ain't nobody walking with you. You ain't got nothing to walk with. You ain't talking about nothing to walk with. with. Your words don't have nothing to walk with. Your actions don't have nothing to walk with. Because you're defeating and you're battling the inner man that's vouching for who you are out, man. And you're trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, hold up. I'm holy. I'm saved. I got the Ruach. But in this midnight hour, everything shows up. Why? Because you think it can't be seen. We're in the midnight hour. Everything and everybody likes to show up. Because they think you can't see them in the midnight hour. In the midnight. In this day we in, it's the darkest time ever. Everybody pulling up. Saying they somebody. And they pulling up in the darkness. Wanting to be somebody. But have no actions. No nothing to vouch for who you are. But see, this is the mystery. Walk. Walk in that which is in you. Because he's going to walk up and down you. All you have to do is walk with him. But no, they taking their flesh, walking that thing out. And they feel people need to listen to them. People don't need to listen to you for what? You're not even content. You don't know if you're going to come. And one day you high, one day you low. One day you're high, one day you're low. You never come to the middle. You always high and low. You don't know if today is going to be sunny or if it's going to be cloudy. In your mind. Everybody wants something. But no one's doing nothing. And the one that's doing something, you try to curse them because you don't want to add it onto the one that had something. In your. That's why I say it's a sick, dark time. The time is darker than I can even imagine. My message is people are marveling, fascinated, and addicted to evil and darkness. To where they have made it right and the light wrong. If I have to come on this devil platform, shut it down, open it up again, I ain't going to see not one person give or take. I don't care what nobody donate. I would wipe it out. Go down again in the name of the Most High Yah. When I hear that voice of the Most High Yah say, go do this, that's where I go. Because the day in which was prophesied that we will be and will be worse than any other day. Why people can't see that this day is just that worse? Because they want to live the lie out in their flesh. They want you to say the things that pleasures and please and scratch their itchy ears in their flesh. You better not talk spirit of truth to these people. You better not give them the light. Because it's not even in their sight. So I tapped into something that says walk. And this, I didn't tap into it. I'm going to tell you why I'm talking to you all. The Ruach is talking to me. He said, Deborah, the mystery is walk in it. Walk your bad tail in it. And if you're walking in it, walk in it and do the work as a servant of the Most High God. But no, people so busy doing the mouthing and the talking and the hating and the pride and the ego. They so busy doing all those things that fall under the category of where we at today, the midnight hour. And they have all pleasures walking therein. But then they want to capture you and put you in the darkness, and you the one walking this thing out in their face. Straight up in their face. They want to continue to look at you. They ain't walking it, but you walking it, but they want to continue to look at you walking and just claim that they are there. No. Walk in that I'm walking in. How about that? Get your own platform and preach this thing, teach this thing. Do the will of the Father. Let him lead and guide you. Go there. How about that? How about that? You ain't gonna be able to make it. Because he ain't walking in you. That's why you over here on this page. He ain't walking in you. I would. And the Father know I desire to find a place that could possibly be on this devil platform. But what I think, I get it, Father. I get it. I get it. He said to me, Deborah, did not your title says people are marveling and fascinated and addicted to darkness and evil? He said, don't look for a platform here that's going to represent me. You won't find it. Because if 99.9 is on these platforms, marveling and fascinated and addicted to all this darkness, that's all you're going to find, baby. And don't entertain it. Because it's going to get darker and darker and darker. And that's how the people are. See, you thinking the pages is doing, it's leading the people in darkness. Letting the people get numb to all the hurt, the pain, the sorrow has hit the earth. And people don't feel none of it no more. They don't feel it because they become numb to it. They fascinated with it. I'm going on here and I'm like, saying, Father, wait a minute, something wrong here. And he said, bypass it. And I found myself not looking at none of it. And then when I seen something, I use a liar. And I began to type. The Father said, oh, no, don't respond. Don't use your life for that darkness. In Deborah. When the Father told me that, I was like, it's deep. It's what he's saying is, don't respond to none of these people. This is what you call the real deal, Deborah. This is real darkness, baby. At its highest. Don't respond to it because it ain't gonna matter. It's just that dark. It's where it's at. It's where it's going. It's where it's gonna be. But that's why this is the day I'm ready for. Because when that darkness get to where I allow it to get to the dark of the dark blue, that's when my power, that light gonna pull up. You see? So don't estimate that he don't know these things going on. Don't estimate that this creator ain't speaking to his servant, his prophet. The beauty of it is that you can sit here and I can sit here and look, y'all. I'm to the point that, okay, Father, what do I do? If I can't listen to them, I can't hear nobody, and I can stand up, y'all, and I can grab somebody's title, and I say, oh, this is going to be a good message. I can listen to them. The moment they first few minutes, 10 minutes, bam, that's not of Yah. Bam, that's not of Yah. Bam, that's not of Yah. All the time. So I'm just looking at something where I can say, oh, yeah, that's good. I like that. That's what I'm talking about. You ain't going to get it. So now my thing is continue to be where he say. Walk in the light, Deborah. Walk in spirit and truth, Deborah. Walk in my spirit, Deborah. You'll be okay. Because if you thinking these platforms going to change, Deborah, no, they finna get black, blue. I said, but Father, how can it get any worse than what it is? That's who shared with me that they marveling off of it. Only one can tell me that the world is marveling and fascinated and addicted to this sort of stuff is the Most High God. I cannot say that. I'm not over in Russia. I'm not over in Middle East. I'm not over in every state in United States. But when the Ruach speak that to me, I salute it. I am on one accord with it. That's why I can pull up and talk what I'm talking. And now one of you can make me a lie. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because where I got it from is the horse's mouth. The Ruach HaKodesh, the true teacher, the true revealer, the true comforter, the one that shows you things to come, the one that brings that power. That's who I serve. Find out who you serve and go from there. But I tell you one thing. Him just saying to me as I'm speaking to you, Deborah, another key is that walking. Your problem is you can't walk it because you can't talk it. You can't live it because you can't walk it. You see? It ain't in you. Don't come over to this page fellowshipping with somebody who's walking in it, talking in it, living in it, waking up in it, and it's greater in me than anything in this world. Don't come over here bother me. Stay where you at or stay where you going. Because this page is about that light and spirit and truth, which is the Ruach HaKodesh that lives in me and in you if he's in you. And Sister Deborah says, if you're locked in morally, fascinated and addicted to this high level of dark and evil, it's not on just this side, but the other side too. Shalom and shalom.